things first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. Today we kick off the new year with an NFC North matchup between the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers. Two teams that have met at least twice a year since 1932. The Lions and Packers underway from Lambeau.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Rodgers going to the air to start things out.
And his first look is incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw.
That's caught by the tight end, Harrison Bryant.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. The first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on. They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Now Rodgers. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just working the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. From midfield, here's Rodgers. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
And I believe that gain on 3rd and long changes things quite a bit because this would be a very long field goal. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it here.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Chandler. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Okay, so roughing the passer, I've got to imagine that's the last thing you want to see week 1 is your quarterback taking an unnecessary hit.
I think you're exactly right about that. You hate it any week, but boy, are you on target. This is a unit that's depending on him to take him through 17 games, so you definitely can't let him get hurt right now.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Chandler. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
So many qualities coaches tick off when they talk about, hey, what is it going to take to make an excellent quarterback? Accuracy has to rank near the top of every list.
Talk about arm strength, that's great. Mobility, great. But you need that accuracy in there. That one well in front of his man.
Yeah, now they got to face a big 3rd down.
To throw on 3rd down. Chandler. Throwing right, and that's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
A first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. They'll look to throw again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit.
Amon-Ra St. Brown
from 8 yards out. And the Lions are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first quarter lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of That's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Rodgers' throw brought in by Watson. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. After 1, 7-3 the score. On EA Sports. Second and 2. Throwing is Rodgers. And complete once again to Watson. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Sliding out of the pocket. He hits Dobbs on the crosser. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A nice gain of 21 yards. A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's 1st and goal. Jones is in. Touchdown, Packers. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment that allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it
2 for 2 here in week 1.
Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
To throw on second down, Chandler. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day one.
They go play action here on first down. His throw incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Chandler. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Another completion there, and we think back to the draft in the spring. This franchise essentially handing him the keys to the operation, a top 5 pick. Charles, how ready do you think he is?
I think he's ready for the NFL in terms of size, speed, the makeup of him, the character of him. The key's going to be, will this team accept everything he brings to the game and adapt to it? Not just necessarily plug him into something that he doesn't do well.
Now that'll be caught by St. Brown.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in this first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course, how open is he to learning? And, of course, how open are they to giving him things that he can put in place on the field? It seems like a short distance, but a yard in this situation, not easily done. So, big compliments to the guys up front for creating some space, and especially the guy taking the snap and finding a spot, finding a sliver, an opening, and making it work.
That pass caught. It's Williams. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. And that one results in 35 yards.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
Here's Swift. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Off the option, that's complete. Touchdown! A great effort there. His first NFL reception goes for 6.
And the Lions are once again back in front.
extra point by Badgley up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On play action, it's Rodgers. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers, a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And a gain of 4 gets them right to the midfield stripe. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. That's taken in by Watson. And he is going to lose yardage here. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that's going to make it 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Chandler, Packer pressure, and down he goes. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Back to throw. Chandler. Open man right side is St. Brown. And a loose football. And the Packers pick it up. Room here to run. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Chandler. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Chandler. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
He'll get it inside the 20.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11.
To throw is Rodgers.
This one swung out here to Jones.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
On 2nd down, Dillon.
Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Dillon.
And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Well, it's apparent the defense understands the situation. They have to keep them out of the end zone here. That's a great start by them. A loss on that play. Can they force them into a field goal attempt and still give their offense an opportunity?
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown.
Aaron Jones.
Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
To throw on 2nd down, Chandler, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
On 3rd down, Chandler. And that is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. It's taken to the 26. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
So holding there on the return, and that'll back up. Drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And some room to maneuver. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
60 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Oh, design run for their wideout. Oh, he's got a little daylight.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones.
He fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Rodgers. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Rodgers going to throw. Caught by Jones. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. And the attempt at 3 will have to come from the other end of the field as time has run. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And he'll be kicking into the wind in the 4th quarter now. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
A 2nd down throw for Love.
Oh, that's Gets into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. They'll roll him out right.
He's got the hook up with Dobbs.
And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10. A little risky there when you roll out of that pocket right like he did. You complete the pass, but you don't get anything out of it.
But how many times have we seen when a quarterback exits out of the pocket, doesn't matter whether they go left or right, the defense loses its leverage, right? There's a little chaos back there, and receivers come open. Great discipline on that play. They didn't let that happen, and held it to no gain.
Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit. And wow, this is no ordinary try here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that will extend their lead even further.
So all things considered, that's not the final nail, but it does make things exceedingly difficult now on the other side.
Yeah, because obviously now with a 16-point game, the other guys don't need just 2 touchdowns. They need a couple of 2-point conversions as well. Plus they'll need either a turnover or an onside kick in there somewhere. So you're just adding to the list of things that need to happen in sequence. And it's going to be a pretty tall order this late in the game.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. Robert Tonyan, the intended target.
And it's 2nd down.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else. Ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
To throw on 2nd and 10.
Love. This one complete to Tonyan underneath.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 14 and a 1st down for Detroit.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball.
He's got a man, complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Play fake. Here's Love.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Jair Alexander.
Well, time, I mean, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. To throw, it's Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
And this offense on third down today, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Rodgers. He finds Watson complete. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
On the move to his left. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And some space here. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 88 yards rushing for him now here in week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Well, when you draft a guy that high defensively, you hope he can make some plays for you, and he does indeed get the interception there, Charles, in his first NFL ball game.
And to think that if there was any flaw to his game coming out of college, the way that we looked at tape and judged it, it was his pass coverage, defending the pass. But that's just a great instinct right there to sniff that one out.
And this is caught inside the 5. And in for the Lions touchdown. Jamison Williams, 49 yards. And the Lions take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. So this back now to a 10-point spread, and you have to imagine they'll line up and go for 2.
Oh, no question about it. If they can get this to an 8-point game, they can make things awfully interesting here in these last few minutes.
Love throwing for it. And they're going to get the 2. It's caught. So they get the conversion. And now we're back to a 1-score game. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, it's very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
On first down, Rodgers.
A check down here to Jones.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteeing he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And we have reached the 2-minute warning.
Here we go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, the defense got its job done, forcing the punt. Now the formula pretty simple. They need to find the end zone here. A field goal doesn't help them much.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Love now. St. Brown on the catch. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining.
Here we go. Here we go. Right. Number 38. On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And some room to roam now. And all the way down to the 5. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Once again, it's Swift.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Love fires that quickly outside. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so, but it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
A big play, if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal.
They'll go with the keeper. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Okay, ready?
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They throw for it on 4th and goal at the 1. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
That's one way to get yourself out of a hole. They're backed up deep, and while this looked like a simple completion at first, he was able to create some space, and off he goes. Separation not just in the route, but after the catch, too.
And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand-new season, but this was a division game here in Week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening this